Okay, so we're back on that tutorial anyway. So before we start on our tutorial, like I want to talk about Rust. This thing will be gonna become big in next 3 to 5 years, and yeah, you should learn Rust right now. And yeah, I'm gonna make a tutorial for this one too, so we can learn it. And yeah, I'm just saying that you should learn it right now anyway, because this thing is gonna get big in the future. And yeah, so let's just start. So we're gonna talk about a type conversion on this tutorial. And you know what, so let's just start anyway. So make directory and 09 like type, let's say type conversion. I don't like this. If I cd this conversion, something like that, and cd to 09 like type conversion. Okay, so touch main.py, and yeah, something like that. Okay, we're here and we're gonna create some variables to test, and we're gonna convert it to float, int, and complex. And you know what, let's just type in anyway. So we're gonna create int, float, and complex. So int something like this, y something like 2, let's say 10.12, and z is equal to like 1j. And at this point we're gonna convert. Okay, so if you're programming like this, you need to write it down first before you start programming. Convert, so wrong spelling, convert from float to int, and convert from int to complex, and like that. So it's a good practice to write this down first before you implement this, because you know what you're doing next. Okay, so 1 2, there's a 3, and how we're gonna do this, like a is equal to float, and so we're gonna pass the if you read it's, so convert string or number to a floating point number if it's possible. So we're gonna pass x, and we're gonna convert it to float, so x, so convert float to int. So we're gonna b is equal to int and y, right? So we're gonna convert y, so y is float, right? We want that to be int, and c is equal to complex, and so we want x, right? So x become I 1j. So we're gonna print this thing now. Print ab, copy this 1 2, code b and c. So this is that 2. So we're gonna use print type to identify what type of variable we're running. So type and 1, so something like that. You know what, I'm gonna do something like this. It's hard to see. Okay, so copy this one and C. So like that. Gonna run the code. So python main .py. Okay, so let's see the output. So we declare x is for integer, y is for float, and z is for complex. So a is now a float. Right now we convert x to a float, that's why, right? So it's float now in complex. So this is how we're gonna convert on Python. You're gonna use float in complex or something like that to convert things. So why is the floating point, right? 10.23. It's 10. Same on integer, we convert it to complex, and we're using type to see what type it's now. So this is how we're gonna convert on numerics type in Python. And yeah, so you know what, let's just wrap this out. And so you know what, so we learned about the type conversion on Python, and Rust is a good programming language to learn, something like that. And we're done for this tutorial. You're gonna commit this and push it to your origin. Okay, so on next tutorial, okay, we're gonna learn random numbers, how to do that, how to generate random numbers. Okay, see you in next tutorial.